Univision Now is our direct-to-consumer subscription offering. And the goal was to give access to our audience wherever they are, whenever they want it. When we really wanted to innovate and push the boundaries on our subscription service, we launched in-app subscriptions with Google Play. And we saw a pop immediately of about 3 to 4 times the conversion rate by working with the Google team.
When we started Anghami, we said we want to have a music service which is convenient and all the music available. In the Middle East, it was a region which was totally forgotten. There was no legal alternative. So you have to pirate or pirate. I mean, there was nothing else. And if we actually could succeed, we'd be pirating the pirates. For us, Google Play is the core. We have over 81% of our users today on Android. Our growth strategy goes around engaging Android users to use the app more so they can subscribe.
We think that Google Play Billing really helped the increase of subscription conversion rates on La Matinale. And we think that one of the main explanations is the better user experience. Android has become the main source for downloads for La Matinale. Also, we see on subscription conversion an increase of 6% on Android compared to other platforms.
Freeletics was started with a vision to make everyone the greatest version of themselves, and the way we do this is we're trying to motivate and guide them in a variety of apps to reach their physical and mental goals. The reason why subscriptions make a lot of sense for us is not only from an economic point of view, but also because we want to develop people in the long run. We want to have a repeated impact on their life.
Working with Google Play and figuring out how to launch a successful subscription product, it's been great. And that kind of partnership is really what we saw that led to the success.
Good morning, everybody. So first off, well done for making it in on Friday morning. And for me and these two, thank you very much. Hello to everyone on the live stream as well. I want to dive straight into it, and I want to dive straight into it with all of you. So can you all put your hands up, please? Every single one of you? I'm going to shame anyone who doesn't. Brilliant. OK, if you're on the live stream, can you put keep them up. If you're on the live stream, can you put your hand up as well, just so you look really odd in your office? OK, could you put your hand down if you don't want to make more money? Someone just put their hand up in the front row. That's amazing. It's like, no, me too. OK, thanks very much. You can put your hands down now. OK, so the good news is you're all in the right session, because this is all about making more money with subscriptions and with Google Play. Now, why subscriptions? Well, basically, subscriptions are, we think, the best way to make more revenue more regularly and more reliably on Google Play. And who doesn't want to make more cash more reliably and more regularly? But all of you guys are going to be at different parts of your subscription lifecycle. All of you are going to be at different points in integrating with us. Now, the three of us are really excited about subscriptions. But we'd also like to know a bit more about you as well. So I want you to get your hands ready again. Can you give a thought about where you are in your app development journey? And if you've integrated with Play Billing, so you're running subscriptions in your apps right now, and you're running a successful business, but you want to know how to take that business to the next level, can you put your hands up? So can you put your hands up if you integrated with us, but want to know how to really drive success? Great. Thanks very much. Put your hands down. OK, so next. If you've just started integrating with us, maybe you're at the beginning of your journey, or you're considering it, and you want to know what tools we have to help you build your successful subscriptions business, can you put your hands up, please? OK, a few of you. Thanks very much. And lastly, if you've not integrated with us, if you may be considering subscriptions or considering using us, basically, if you're here because you just want to know what all the fuss is about with subscriptions, can you put your hands up? OK, a few of you. Hello and welcome. So the good news is that no matter when you put your hands up, or if you're on the live stream, if you thought, that sounds like me, then Larry, George, and I have things to share for you. So today, we're going to be talking to every single one of you in the room about how Play can help you build successful subscription businesses. Now, the three of us work with teams across Google to make that happen. That means that we've been thinking about subscriptions a huge amount. And when we do, we think it starts with one thing. It starts with an awesome product, and that's on you guys. You guys make amazing apps that bring Android to life. So you've done that. You've got a brilliant app, and you want to monetize it with subscriptions. What's the next thing you need? Well, the next thing you need is a brilliant market. You need loads of people who are really interested in your product and are willing to pay to use it. But that's not all either. The next thing you need is a best-in-class billing platform that gives you guys the tools and the flexibility to be able to get to that audience and successfully monetize them. Now, once you've got those, there's one more thing you need to build a truly successful subscriptions business. And that's best-in-class insights and reporting. Because the better the insights you guys have, the better decisions you make. And when you make great decisions, you build great businesses. So the good news is that no matter where you put your hands up, we've got something for you. If you're wondering what all the fuss is about, George is going to be sharing information about the amazing market you find on Android and via Play. If you put your hands up because you're really interested in our tooling, current and new, Larry's going to be sharing some really exciting information about the new capabilities of our billing platform. And lastly, if you put your hands up because you want to take your business to the next level, you need the insights to be able to do that. And I'll be on at the end to share some really exciting information about new insights and reporting via the Play console. So let's get going. I'd like to welcome George up to tell us really what all the fuss is about.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, everyone. I'm George, and I'm on the Play business development team, working with developers like yourselves on your subscription business. I'm very happy to be here, particularly because subscriptions are seeing a phenomenal growth on Android. Just in the past 2 years, we have doubled the number of active subscribers on Play. So between 2016 and 2017, we have twice the number of people subscribing to your services. And this proves that there is an audience of users that is really interested in engaging with your product. But that's not all. That's actually only the latest in a series of positive momentum we've been seeing. Subscriptions have been the fastest growing business model on Google Play today. We've seen a 10 times growth in the past 3 years in consumer spend. So not only are people using your services, they are also spending on them. Now, to validate this, we actually really talked with users and developers, and we know that this phenomenal growth would not happen if users don't love subscriptions. Fortunately, they do. Personally, I love being able to binge watch the latest season of Sense8 on Netflix, or track my workouts on Freeletics, or even swipe as much as I want on Tinder without having to worry about consumption charges and extra fees. And that's why users love subscriptions. That they know that they can engage with your products as much as they want and know that they will be charged that $5, $10, $15 at the end of the month. So I mentioned the consumer research study that we did recently to better understand subscribers on Android. And this study really validated this trend and this growth and this excitement about subscriptions that we're seeing. We realized that the audience for subscriptions is out there and very engaged. 62% of subscribers on Android use their subscription service at least once a day. Now, this engagement translates into money. We found that there is a compelling market for subscriptions coming out of these engaged users. There is a willingness to pay that ranges anywhere between $5 and $20 for subscriptions, and that really varies based on the category of the app. We will be making the results of this consumer research survey available to you today in a blog post, so make sure to check it out so you can better understand subscription trends on Android. Now let's switch sides to you guys in the room. We know that developers also love subscriptions. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here at 10 a.m. on a Friday. Developers love subscriptions because you can generate recurrent revenue from happy and engaged buyers. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want the peace of mind that your users are paying you every month? It's expected, it's recurrent, and it's very easy to model out. Thousands of developers use Google Play Billing for their subscriptions today. Some of them are here on the screen, and some of them have actually shared with us a bunch of their studies, case studies and stories about the success that they're seeing on Android. So throughout this session, you will hear from Tinder, Netflix, Coffee Meets Bagel, HBO, and many others. So there are loads of great reasons to choose subscriptions and to choose Play Billing for subscriptions. The first of these is how huge and addressable the market for subscription on Android is, but also how easy it is to integrate with us. And Larry will touch a bit more on this later throughout this talk. But let me tell you about the market. You may have heard this incredible stat from the keynote a few days ago, 2 billion monthly active devices on Android today. That's pretty good, right? These are billions of users that you can reach through Google Play Billing with a simple integration. We enable you to sell your subscriptions to billions of users across the world. Now, this is pretty cool, but it's also somewhat scary. It's pretty complex to put together a subscription business. Think of it, you have to worry about local market understanding, regulations, taxes. I mean, who doesn't love to think about taxes across the world, right? Refunds, order management, so many things have to come together to create a compelling subscription story, compelling subscription product. Luckily, we take all of that away from you. We do a huge amount of that for you, so that all you have to do is plug and play, no pun intended. So, Coffee Meets Bagel, for example, is a case study of an app in the dating space who typically had been using in-app purchases, but wanted to get in on all the frenzy around subscriptions and wanted to introduce a subscription SKU in their product. By partnering with Google Play, they were able to do so very quickly, and within a few months, they were offering a subscription SKU globally without having to worry about local payment integrations, various regulations, etc. All they did is create a subscription SKU, integrate with Play Billing, and now subscriptions generate 40% of the revenue for Coffee Meets Bagel. All right, so we've established that the audience for subscription services is out there, engaged, and willing to pay. The Android market is huge, with billions of users that you can reach, and that it's very easy to integrate Google Play Billing. So now, Larry will tell us about the billing platform and how the global reach and innovative features of Play Billing can really help you propel your subscription business to success. Larry?
Thanks, George. Good morning, everyone. My name is Larry Yang. I'm the product manager for the Google Play Billing platform. When I think about subscription success, I think it really just comes down to two key factors: acquisition and retention. Let me walk you through some of the key features that the Play Billing platform provides to help you in these two areas. First, let's talk about acquisition. Play Billing offers 3 important tools to help you acquire new users. We bring you our extensive payment reach, we have amazing introductory features, and last but probably most important, we have an amazingly simple user payment experience. Let's talk about our payment reach first. Google Play Billing is available in over 130 countries today. But it's not enough just to offer any old form of payment. You need to offer the preferred form of payment. And it turns out payment preference is more a function of culture than it is socioeconomic status. For example, in North America, of course, credit cards are very popular. But it turns out PayPal is super important in Germany and other European countries. In regions where cash is still king, our Play Credit and gift cards have been a big hit. And in the Asia-Pacific region and throughout the Middle East, carrier billing is a must-have. Let me talk a little bit more about these last two, gift cards and carrier billing. We've offered our gift cards for a while now to allow users to purchase Play content. And earlier this year, we extended that ability to subscriptions. In areas where cash is still very popular, we've seen a tremendous increase in subscription spend, in some areas as high as 15%. So we're super excited to bring this new form of payment to your subscriptions business. Now let's talk a bit about carrier billing. Earlier this week, you might have heard us announce that we now have billing partnerships with over 140 mobile carriers. And across all those partnerships, we now reach 900 million active devices. That's 900 million devices whose users can now pay for your content directly from their phone. They don't need a credit card, they don't need a bank account, they just need their phone. So those are a few examples of our payment reach and how that helps you grow your business. Now let's talk about some of our flexible introductory capabilities. We've had free trial support for a while now. It's a great way for you to introduce your content to prospective subscribers without them having to make a long-term commitment. Turns out, when we talk to users, over 3/4 of them started a subscription offering with some sort of free experience. So it's no wonder that almost all of our top subscription apps and partners all offer some sort of free experience. Now, in addition to free trials, last year we offered introductory pricing. This gives you the ability to offer a limited time discount for your service. When we talked to users, we learned that getting some sort of a discount was the #2 driver for conversion. And that was second only to the desire of wanting to get continued and additional content. And that makes sense. After all, who doesn't love a great deal?
Larry, actually, a great example of a developer who ran an introductory pricing campaign is Anghami. Anghami is the leading music streaming service in the Middle East, and they have a premium access which allows you to get unlimited music. Now, Anghami is usually priced at $5 a month, but they did a weekend promotion where they offered the service for $3 for 3 months. So that's about 80% in saving. The results were impressive. They saw a 400% increase in daily average orders during that weekend compared to their average daily signups. That's 5 times the number of buyers going in and signing up to the service. And interestingly, after 3 months, after the promotion was over, the majority of these users actually ended up staying on the service and recurring at full price.
Thanks, George. That's a great example of how one of our developers is seeing subscription success with our platform. So now let me talk about our third tool that helps you acquire new users, our seamless user payment experience. Imagine a free-for-all world where users have to read multiple different terms of services. They have to enter their sensitive information multiple times, sometimes their address, sometimes their zip code, sometimes other information, and they have to do that over and over and over again. Well, that nightmare is over. Play Billing makes it simple. The user enters their payment information once and never again. And it turns out that the majority of our purchases finish without the user having to enter their payment information. And besides, as a developer, do you really want to be maintaining and managing all of that sensitive information? Of course not. So instead of entering their information with multiple companies, they just do it once with Google. And when we asked users how that felt, they told us it just feels safe. And why does safety and trust matter? Well, it turns out trust, the more users trust the company they work with, the more likely they're going to spend money. 68% of users associate trust with making a purchase. That was the #1 correlated factor in this survey.
Larry, I'm standing here because I have a feeling I'm going to keep interrupting you throughout. So, actually, I just want to add that this seamless experience and this trust that developers put into Google Play and the ease of the flow delivers results. We've seen it that at the moment of purchase, you really want to capture this intent with as minimal friction as possible, as few steps as possible. With Google Play Billing, you can do it with only 2 steps. And this is translating into positive conversion results for some of our partners. For example, the New York Times, when they introduced Google Play Billing, they saw a 125% increase in conversions just 1 month after doing so. Univision now, when they launched their subscription service and moved it from a web-based payment flow to Google Play Billing, they saw a spike of 3 to 4 times conversion lift. And you saw in the video about La Matinale, which sees 6% better conversions on Android than on non-Android platforms. So if you look at this all together, this means that we take the effort out of implementation, but we also deliver results. And this is why HBO decided to use and rely Google Play Billing for their subscription service, HBO Now. Because we allow an end-to-end experience to users where they don't have to remove their credit card from their wallet, but we also allow an end-to-end payment platform for HBO, which enables them to, again, just plug and play and get going immediately.
Thanks, George. So those are some examples of how our payment reach, our introductory features, and our payment experience help you acquire new users. So now that you have all these great, happy new users, let me talk about a couple things we do to help you keep them, help you retain them. So last year, we launched a feature, Grace Period. Grace Period is a way for you to give your users 3 or 7 extra days to correct any sort of payment issues that might have happened when they were renewing their subscription. Well, it turns out that developers who are using Grace Period are seeing over a 50% improvement in recovery from those sorts of involuntary cancellations. So if you're a developer with subscriptions and you're not already using Grace Periods, you really should just get on the Play console right now and turn on that feature. It's literally just flipping a switch. But there's still a problem with Grace Period. Users are lazy. It's just too easy for them to dismiss a notification or ignore an email and keep consuming your content without having to pay for it. So today, I'm pleased to announce we're rolling out a new feature, Account Hold. With Account Hold, we work with you to block access to your precious content. So now we've increased the level of pain just enough for the user. Now they need to actually go and fix that form of payment in order to restore access to your content. We have over a dozen developers in early access right now using Account Hold. And we plan on bringing that out over a little later next month.
So we piloted this feature with KeepSafe, which is one of those developers who were in the early access program. KeepSafe is an app which allows you to store your photos and videos and protect them, so you can have a PIN protection around your videos. They're very popular on Android, and they have a subscription business which allows you, as a premium user, to access your photos in the cloud and various other exciting features. Now, because their subscription service is really important for them, they integrated with Account Hold, and they saw this 25% increase in renewal rates on Android. And this is because, to Larry's point, when users get this notification that their account will be suspended unless they change their form of payment, they are much more likely to go and act on it. So these are a few examples of how the Google Play Billing platform helps you build a successful subscription business. And speaking of success, one of the partners that we have worked with very closely is Netflix, which is the leading subscription service in the world. We've partnered very closely with them to enable them to scale their app globally, but also to make payment effortless through Google Play Billing for Netflix subscribers around the world. The figures and the acquisition and the retention numbers that Netflix is seeing through Google Play Billing are very promising and are delivering subscription success in over 100 countries.
But that's not all. Our team has been listening to you, and they're hard at work on a number of new capabilities that we'll be rolling out soon. We're going to give you more flexibility in how you set up and offer your SKUs. We're going to make it easier for you to change prices on your existing subscriptions. We're going to give you more up-to-date information when a subscription status changes, say when a user cancels or they go on hold. And we're going to make it easier for you to integrate and test with Play Billing. So stay tuned over the next few months. So now that you have all these amazing new tools at your fingertips, how do you know which ones to try? How do you know what's working? How do you know which ones aren't working? Well, in order to answer those questions, you need fantastic insights and reporting. Tom, why don't you share some of the stuff that your team is working on in this area?
Cool. Thanks, Larry. Hello again, everybody. So I work with teams in Google Play, some of whom are actually in the audience. Hello, everyone. Now, the huge advantage of Google Play is that we are, for all intents and purposes, the single point of truth for a number of key events in your app's lifecycle. These are events like people looking at your Play Store listing, installing your app, taking out your free trial, or every single recurrent payment for a subscriber. Now, it's that team's job to get that information out to you guys in a way which is actionable and insightful. Basically, we're dedicated in getting subscription metrics out to all developers who are running subscriptions businesses. If I'm honest, the Play Console hasn't been fantastic at that in the past, but we know that you need that information to run your businesses and make decisions. Which is why I'm really happy to say that earlier this week, we launched a brand new part of the Play Console, the Subscriptions Dashboard. The Subscriptions Dashboard is easily found in the Revenue section on the Play menu, and it pulls together key overarching information about your subs. So for instance, it easily plots total subscriptions and new activations and cancellations all in one place. It also pulls together your bottom line, so it shows you your daily and 30-day recurrent revenue, 30-day rolling revenue. And lastly, it even easily displays your top-performing products. Taken together, this dashboard is a brilliant place to gain insight, to look at your trends, and to spot anomalies. But when you do that, you're even going to want to know more, right? You're going to see something, and you're going to want to dive into it and really understand what's going on. Now, when you do want to know more, we have the bottom half of the dashboard. This is a super powerful cohortized view of new subscribers. And it looks at the three key parts of your subscription lifecycle: acquisition, retention, and cancellation. So let's take a look at each one of those nice and quickly. Now, to start off with, we've got acquisition, how you acquire new subscribers, where they came from, and also which acquisition channels they were coming in from as well. Now, this card is lovely, but it's not the only information we have. So the acquisition report, like the other two, has a really powerful click-through report as well. So this gives you much more information about your subscriptions acquisition. It's built on the really successful acquisition reports you can already find in the Play Console, but it's tailored specifically to your subscriptions business. So you can see not only which of your acquisition channels drove the highest number of free trialists or installs, but also which drove the largest number of long-term, recurrent, high-value subscribers. Like the current acquisition channels, we have breakdowns. So you can see it if you're using UTM tagging against every single one of your campaigns. You can link to AdWords to see it against your paid-for campaigns with Google. Or you can even look at which Google search traffic drives the highest number of long-term subscribers. It's a super powerful way for you to gain insight so you can decide where you're going to focus your acquisition effort and your acquisition budget to get you the highest number of high-value recurrent subscribers. So, what do you do next? What do you do when you've got these subscribers? Well, you want to know what happens to them with your subscriptions. And for that, we've got the subscriptions retention report. This is brand new, and personally, I think it's my favorite report. It gives you a cohort of subscribers from different subscriptions, so you can plot different subs against each other. It allows you to see key parts of your subscription life cycles. So in this case, this developer can easily see that just after their free trial, they see a large drop-off in subscribers. This enables you to make really impactful product decisions. In this case, the developer might choose to remind their subscribers just before their free trial ends of what an amazing offer they have or how fantastic all the content is. But that's not the only thing this does. This report also allows you to easily select subscriptions to compare to each other. So if you've got a brand new subscription, maybe it's a test one, it's an experiment, and you want to see if it's performing better or worse than your legacy subs, you can easily see it. And this enables you to make really cool decisions, right? In this case, the developer might say, hey, look, my subscription that's represented by the red line, clearly outperforming the other ones. This is the one I'm going to put front and center in my app. This is the one I'm going to push to my users. The retention report enables you to make the decisions that lead to higher value, longer-term retained subscribers.
We actually showed some of these mocks to some developers in workshops, and the feedback has been very positive. So we're really excited for all of you guys to try it out. Glue is a developer of subscription games, and they were very excited about this feature, the SKU comparison one.
Yeah, they loved it. It was great to see as well. Thank you. So lastly, we've got this sad report, right? We've got the cancellation report. Nobody likes people canceling your subscriptions, but it does happen. And the first step in making it happen less is to accept that it happens and to find out why. And for that, we've got the cancellation report. Now, for the first time, the cancellation report in the Play console allows you to see the exact day that subscribers choose to cancel. And to make it really useful for you guys to be able to work out why, we helpfully categorize these cancellations as well. So let's take a look at those categories. To start off, we've got voluntary cancellations. Voluntary cancellations are where a user goes into the Play app, finds your subscription, and just taps cancel. If you've got high voluntary cancellations, you can start doing things like price testing, or maybe you want to look at what value you're offering as part of your sub, or simply reminding users about what a great value subscription you really have. Next, we've got voluntary cancellation and uninstall. This is where someone not only cancels your sub, but after 30 days, they've uninstalled your app from every single one of their devices.
Painful.
Yeah, painful. This is not a good cancellation. If you've got high voluntary and uninstall cancellations, this is the kind of point where you want to start looking at the new Android Vitals section on the Play console to take a look at whether you've got high crashes, high ANRs, or a janky app. Or maybe you want to take a look at our new advanced reviews analysis to see what users are telling you about your app and where you can improve it. And lastly, we've got involuntary cancellations. These are classically associated with payment failures. If you've got high involuntary cancellations, then the kind of features that Larry spoke about earlier, like grace periods and account hold, are exactly what you should be looking at. And the cancellation report, especially when it comes to account hold, enables you to build the business model to be able to put your Android devs onto account hold to build that feature out. Taken together, this gives you a view into your cancellations, which you've never been able to have before. But sometimes it's hard to tell what to do. So having that insight is only the first step. So launching with the cancellation report, then we're also starting to add more and more active guidance. This is where our teams are saying to you, hey, we've noticed this anomaly. You might want to try this tool. It will help your business get better. So that is the dashboard. A brand new way to look at all of your subscriptions data on the Play console, all in one place. I'm really happy to say that all of the time series trends that you can see up on the screens now are available today in the Play dashboard, in the Play console. And the second half, those cohortized views and the click-throughs, will be launched in the coming weeks. I'd like to take just a second to say why I and the teams here really care about this. We really, really care about getting all of you better subscriptions reporting. And that's because we know that better reporting allows all of you to have better insights. And the better your subscriptions insights are, the better the decisions you make around them. And the better decisions you make around them, the better businesses you build, and the more successful apps you run on Android.
Do you know who really cares about this too, Tom?
Who?
Tinder. They said they will swipe right to your new subscription dashboard, so that's a match.
George, all I've ever wanted is someone to swipe right. And I will take it on the dashboard.
Good.
All right, so to wrap up, what's all the fuss about? Well, George told you earlier about how subscriptions is one of the fastest growing businesses and how a lot of developers are already today taking advantage of Android and Play to grow their subscriptions business.
And if at the beginning you really wanted to know about the tools that we have to help you succeed, Larry shared both existing and brand new tools to help you really drive your acquisition and your retention.
And across it all, if you're looking to improve your subscription business through insights and reporting, which can power your decision making, Tom shared the latest in our powerful new subscriptions reporting tools. So taken together, all of this means that Android is a great platform to reach users, convert them, generate more revenue out of them, and do so more regularly and more reliably than ever before. So thank you so much for attending. We will be here to take any questions you might have, so there are microphones on each side of the room. But before we do so, we want to thank you again for being here on behalf of all three of us, and we hope that you found this session helpful.